So with the melanoma, I mean, that was scary. You know, cancer is never good. You don't know if it had spread.
We were in college, engaged. We didn't know what to expect. So it was just this big, scary thing, and we relied on the Lord as much as we could, as much as we knew how. But it was still really, really hard, and it just brought up a lot of really hard questions for us. Why me? Why us? Why now? We're getting married. This is supposed to be this exciting, joyful time in our life, and now melanoma, what does that mean? What does that look like? Surgery was expected to fix it. They did take some lymph nodes to see if it had spread, but we got the news back that it had not. So we were very fortunate in all of that. Knowing that it's something that I go every 3 months for checkups and that kind of thing, it kind of brings up that fear and that doubt every time, but we're not in the same place that we were that first time. We're not caught just without the tools and the relationship that we have.
The 5 years that would follow, we had 3 or 4 melanomas, and every time it felt like God had put us in an environment with people, surrounded us with people that were there for us. So it was just over 5 years of this small group and how we were perfectly placed with those group of people at that time. And then with the next, infertility coming, that we were where we needed to be with the people that we needed around us.
Time moves on again. We think, melanoma's over. We have gotten the all clear, go back for checkups, all of that. And so we decided, okay, well, the timing's right. Let's grow our family. And we learned pretty quickly that our plan was not the same as God's plan. And that was hard. Really hard to accept, month after month. Anytime you got that negative pregnancy test, it just felt like your heart was, breaking every month. And so that was
every month
really
for 2 years.
Yeah, that was really, really hard. But eventually we did get our positive pregnancy test. And now we have an almost 15-month-old named Brooks. And then we went back to that fertility doctor with the knowledge that it's hard for us to have babies, and the Lord blessed us 4 months later with twins. And we are just so thankful that throughout that experience that our prayer was answered, but it tested our faith in ways that we never imagined. It took a while for us to share with our small group, but we were able to eventually share our struggle with them. And one of our friends, she's actually been our friend for a really long time, and we ended up in the same small group, but she was really, really there for us. She ultimately ended up, once she knew, writing down in her prayer journal our prayer that we would have a baby. And she wrote down the date that she, added it to her journal to pray for us. It was really exciting when we got to share news that we were pregnant with her, because she got to write down, or she decided to write down the date that our prayer was answered. We're just so thankful that we've had a small group in our life to carry us kind of through that experience, and to give us people that are willing to, not just say, okay, I'm gonna pray for you, or I know that's hard, I can't imagine, but physically be with us in the valleys.
We know God was working through it all, and
even if it was hard to see in those really, really hard, dark spaces, we didn't always have that perspective, but our relationship with Jesus was growing. We were getting to know him more.
Through that stretch with melanoma and infertility, he's there, and it's working, and it changes you. For us, it wasn't this big thing. It was just through hard times, through it all, we felt a change. We felt the presence, and we just felt very blessed and grateful.